Well, thank you, Don, and welcome everybody to LIVEX 2019. And I recognise also the Honourable Minister, Mark Furner. Thanks, Mark, for driving down from Cairns to be here with us, and we're very pleased that you can do that. But to all the producers, importers, exporters, local and international guests, welcome. So the past year, and you could probably say that about every year, has been some real challenges for the live export industry, but also some great successes. For the first 3 months of this financial year, for the first time in 40 years, there was no sheep exported to the Middle East. This had a profound effect on the trade and our customers, as did the ongoing uncertainty surrounding that event and the multiple reviews and regulatory changes that came out of it. We saw devastating floods in Queensland and then crippling drought over much of the production areas, which has certainly made it difficult to rebuild herds, and I think it'll have an effect on the supply for some time to come. And plenty of you people out there would know more about that than me. But through it all, exporters and the industry has shown considerable adaptability, and we've continued to operate a very successful trade. The shipments, both sheep and cattle, into our markets over the last few years, or the last part of this year, has seen some of the best delivery rates we've seen in the industry. And that comes about by a whole range of factors, but everybody contributing to it. Importantly, the industry has made change. We've adapted to the new regulatory environment, and they've made lots of changes both within the at the point of selecting stock, preparation, and the voyages themselves. So if we keep making those changes, we'll continue to have a successful industry. Looking at this theme of this year's beyond welfare beyond borders, welfare is such an important element of the, along with the commercial aspects of the industry. If we don't get that right, we're in trouble. So this year's conference is looking at that. And I'm proud to say we've got some very high calibre speakers. Professor David Hughes from the Imperial College London, Jason Clark from Minds at Work, our two keynote speakers. I won't name them all, but very welcome to have those gentlemen here. So over the next 2 days, we'll look at this whole welfare issue, pushing beyond borders. We hope to push your thinking and provide new perspectives on supply chain capabilities, welfare outcomes and market opportunities. We'll look at beyond borders on a global, and consider the global food trends, challenges, market opportunities. Beyond change, we'll examine how to lead change, manage risk, and at the same time take action. Beyond welfare, we'll look at community attitudes, advances in vessel technology, the contribution of the livestock export industry to social issues and concerns, both domestically and in market. And look at that in terms of its effect on employment, food security, resource management and utilisation. There's a lot of content in there, and I encourage everybody to get involved with the speakers, ask questions, take the opportunity to talk with people, build relationships, because it's only collectively, if we work on this industry and overcome those issues and understand them, that we'll make sure this industry survives as a important and vital sector of the red meat industry. Enough on the conference, but as Don mentioned, I've just stepped down as chair of Livecorp over the last 2 years and 9 years on the board. I joined the Livecorp board in 2010, a few months before the suspension of the Indonesian trade, and what a profound effect that had on the industry. The introduction and subsequently of SCAS and the change that made to the industry has been profound. And while it's no doubt that the introduction of SCAS had a major effect on animal welfare across the world, the implementation of that was a really difficult task for the industry. So more recently, of course, the sheep trade has been the focus of issues in the industry. So it's fair to say we live in a pretty dynamic and at times challenging industry. And yet the industry has survived, and the export figures for the last year demonstrate that very clearly. That there's, through the commitment of the exporters, the industry, the importers and producers, we've still got a very viable trade. And we've done that with a willingness to change, to adapt to the new regulatory environment and maintain this vital industry. I'm extremely proud of Livecorp's role in this. As a small R&D service company for the industry, we've provided good research, innovative research, and good backup to the industry to help make all those changes possible. As I said, it's only a small organisation, but provide a vital service. So in closing, Don, I'd like to just acknowledge particularly the departmental and political guests for taking their time to engage with the industry. It is important that happen as we work right across the industry. It's important that everybody be involved, and this is a great forum, so I do thank those people who are here in that capacity. Also acknowledge our industry partners, ALEC, MLA, Cattle Council of Australia, Sheep Producers of Australia, Goat Industry Council of Australia, and the Queensland Livestock Exporters Association for their support in bringing this conference together. It does require a lot of effort to get here and have the sort of program that's in place, so I really recognise the support of all those people that worked closely with Livecorp over 12 months to bring this together. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure again to welcome you. I trust you'll have an interesting couple of days. We've certainly got a good program there, and once again, thank you to the industry. I'll be stepping out of it, of course, but it's been a pleasure to be involved in it. I know I've met a lot of interesting people, and thanks for the opportunity to be involved, and I wish you every success. Thank you.